Here's Phil to tell you more.
By the way, really minor update. If you have been watching my content in the last week or so, I have my air conditioner installed now here in the office. And I've been having frustrations because during streams, I'm trying to adjust it and it's not agreeing with me. And I'm like, what is it? Maybe it's because I lost the door to the controller and it's busted or something. Maybe I dropped it, right? Well, no, it was the batteries. I changed the batteries this morning and now this thing works perfectly fine. I can go up and down. It's working. I can change it on the fly. So it was just old batteries. You know, put them in some nice Duracells, and now we're good to go. Last night, we were supposed to play Helldivers 2. I booted up the game. We started walking around, and immediately everyone was like, just not feeling it. Helldivers 2, I hate to say it, it's kind of ran its course for me. I played it for about a month. You have about 20 hours of gameplay. There's just not enough to do in the game anymore. Like, I'm going to boot it up. I'm going to go kill the same bugs, the same robots, the same game modes. There's really nothing to unlock. Like, the next time I can unlock something in my war bond is 347 medals. So what's that going to take me? Like 4 streams to unlock? And then I can unlock a new war bond where I just start grinding again. You know, it just seems like that game, because the game is team-based. The game is going to be one of those games similar to any of these other team-based games. If you're playing with a set group of players who you're friends with, it's fun. You're going to have that camaraderie. You're going to have that team-based gameplay, that, you know, talking back and forth. It'll be good. But outside of that, once you get to a certain level, it's just kind of meh. And that's kind of where I feel like I've gotten. Like, I don't feel like there's anything else to do in the game for me. So today is React Day, meaning after this podcast, we are leaving DSP Gaming and heading over to DSP Reacts, my sister channel, youtube.com/@DSP-Reacts. By the way, any support you lend on this stream counts towards that stream. Meaning if we hit like a tips goal or whatever, that carries over to that stream. I don't hit a reset button and start my streaming goals and stuff just because we're changing channels. On that channel, it's going to be the continuation of my retro replay of Dark Souls 1. Keep in mind, my original Dark Souls 1 run is not long. I didn't beat the game. I rage quit it because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I didn't have a strategy guide. There were no online wikis back then. So literally, as I was playing it, I got to Blight Town. I had no clue what was going on or where to go, and I just said, F it, and I gave up and quit. As you know, the DSP Throwback channel, which is one of the 2 sister channels to this one, is a channel that I started back in January. The whole idea is to get missing playthroughs from my past that are very, you know, noteworthy. The longest time, they were just missing from the internet because of nonsense. My editors are working on the raw videos right now to get them edited and on YouTube. There's no other way for me to watch the playthrough. So I'm like, damn, I can't wait to see this playthrough continue. You may have noticed, both in the Fallout and the LA Noire playthrough,
audio distortion.
Okay? People are bringing it up, saying this doesn't sound so good. But there's a good reason for that. These playthroughs were done back in the day, and when I used to have all the music on. If you remember, YouTube didn't really care about music in videos until around 2013. And then all of a sudden, they flipped the switch on this content ID algorithm, and it destroyed everybody's channels. Literally, thousands upon thousands of videos of a backlog all got hit with this thing that either would mute the video, copyright strike the video, remove the video from YouTube entirely or in certain territories, or claim all revenue on the video for someone who owns the rights to a song playing in the background.
Literally none of that's legal.
Just to make this clear, none of those actions are actually legal. The true course of action should be that if someone claims that they own a song that's used in the video, well then a certain percentage perhaps of the rights or the ownership or ad revenue on that video should be given to this company. It shouldn't be the company now owns your video, blocks your video, and does whatever they want with it. But that's how YouTube operates. They literally break the law hundreds of thousands of times on a daily basis, and no one does anything about it. If you're wondering why there's audio distortion in the Fallout 3 and LA Noire playthroughs, it's because I have to do it. If I didn't do that, all that music that's playing in the background, particularly on the Pip-Boy in Fallout 3 or on the car radio in LA Noire, literally that music would be getting those videos flagged and taken down and blocked and muted and claimed, which kind of undermines the whole point of me putting the playthrough back on the internet. Why am I putting it back on if it's just going to get taken down or muted again, right? Now, the other thing, people already have complained about it this morning. Immediately when this part 2 of LA Noire starts, a word is bleeped. Well, not bleeped, it's muted. And people are like, why are you censoring yourself? These are supposed to be your raw videos. Once again, it's the YouTube game. YouTube has a new thing they started about a year or 2 ago. If you swear at all in the first 30 seconds to 60 seconds of any video, if you have a swear word in the title of your video, if you have a swear word in the description or stuff under your video, basically, anywhere if you have adult content in the first minute of any video, your video immediately gets demonetized. Just not suitable for advertisers. No exaggeration. You want to know the word that I said at the beginning of the video?
Dick.
Dick. Is that a swear word? Dick?
If you walk down the street and said dick, 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 and people are gonna look at you and be like, oh my God, what the hell is this guy saying? Maybe if you were screaming, fuck, 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 baby, but the word dick?
I mean, you can argue that there's uses of it that are harsh or meant as an expletive, but you can't even say that that's really like a strong expletive. Well, guess what? We uploaded part 2 of LA Noire, and it's, you know, right at the beginning I say dick, and they demonetized it. I apologize. Listen, I don't want, you know, the word dick to be bleeded. Who cares about that, right? Unless you're like 4 years old, it's not a big deal. But YouTube cares. YouTube treats it like it's some big offense. So I had to re-edit the video, you know, to make sure that it was able to be monetized. And I mean, what's the point of me having a channel where I'm uploading videos if I can't monetize them? This person just says, remove all pre-streams and podcasts. No one listens to them. Okay, thanks for the stupid suggestion. Listen to this. Someone says, after last night with your bully reacts, this was about 2 months ago. In my honest opinion, as a fan of your new content, I think you should just drop all retro react stuff. It's not cringy as I hoped. It becomes really uncomfortable to watch. Even if it is older commentary from you. It serves for the trolls. They're getting more stuff to use against you. I don't mean this in any way to say your content is bad, but this is a way for me to tell you old Phil is a problem for new Phil. Okay. This is funny to me. All right? I'll be honest. I find this comment hilarious. This is someone who is so afraid. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, if the old Phil gets out, the new Phil's in trouble. The old Phil has been on the internet since the day the old Phil put content on the internet. Do you understand that? Like, there is no content out there that is a secret that no one knows about. My trolls know all about my old videos. They're public right now. I'm not watching super secret videos that aren't public on the internet. Those videos have been public for a decade, for 15 years, right? There's no... It would be one thing if I was like pulling videos out of an archive in my closet that weren't on the internet and they were really risque bad videos and everyone's like, oh my God. These videos have been on the internet for so long that I don't even know what you're talking about. So how could they be using it against me in any extra capacity just because I watched it back and reacted to it? It's the same video. It's still there. What you don't understand is that they already have done that, right? They already literally have made negative montages of me from the years of like 2008 to 2012. And they act like those videos from like 12 to 15 years ago are me today, when they're definitely not. But that's what they say. They say, oh yeah, this is him, you know? No, it's not, right? So no, I'm not afraid of the past. I'm not going to stop doing throwback content for fear that someone would say, oh wow, he was a bad person back then because of stuff he said.
Okay. Someone posted, I'm not kidding, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 paragraphs. I'm not reading 8 paragraphs in the suggestion box. That's a novel. That's not a suggestion. That's like a fucking insane, crazy, over-the-top thing, so I'm not doing that.
Would I ever do a charity drive stream? I've answered this question a zillion times over the years, okay? There's 2 things about charity. Number 1, my personal belief is that charity is supposed to be something that you do of your own accord and sacrificing something of yourself, giving of yourself to help someone else. That's true charity. So charity is, oh, there's a food drive and I go and I spend $50 to $100 out of my pocket and I buy food and I go donate it to the food drive. And that's it. That's charity. Okay? Charity is not, oh, I'm running a stream where we're going to be doing content to raise money for something, but it makes me look good because I ran a stream that was a charity event, so now people look at me in a better light. Because in reality, that's not charity. That's philanthropy, which is different, but it's not charity. If you benefit from the event that you're running to help others, that's not charity. You understand? Now, it's nothing wrong with philanthropy. It's just a different philosophy from the kind of stuff that I like to do. All right? Have I ever given to charity? Yes, I have. Have I ever publicly announced it, talked about it, gave you details of it? No, because it's not really anyone's business. I don't want people to think differently of me because I participated in a charity. Okay? It's that simple. So, though there was a time 10 years ago, it was that year 2014 into 2015. All right? I was actually planning to do a charity event. Okay? I was actually working with other YouTubers who I knew to possibly do this stream where I was going to stream for an extended period of time and they were going to jump on as guests and we were going to do interviews. We were going to do crossover gameplay. I was planning all of this. I had two other YouTubers who basically at that point liked me. You know, this is before the insane wave of hate against me and shit. And they actually wanted to participate. They were down for it or whatever. And then what happened was, within the span of a year, I was DDoS attacked repeatedly for a couple months. I had to change my IP address. Then I got swatted. Okay? And then, basically, everyone on the internet just started making me a villain. All right? For personal gain. That's really the reason they did it. It wasn't because, oh, they were trying to make me change for the better. They all realized that this was a way for them to get over. And so all this happened collectively within about a 6 to 8 month period. And I realized there's no way I'm going to be able to do a charity stream or anything like that. If I ever did it, what would happen is they would do absolutely anything they could possibly do to ruin it. They would try to, you know, prank things. Again, probably swat me again, do fucked up stuff. And it got to the point where I was like, charity is something very important. It's something that you want to go down well. You don't want to say you're going to do something for a good cause and then have it flop or fail because of the malicious actions of a bunch of really crazy people. And so I decided I wasn't going to do it. I said, I'm going to cancel it. And, you know, maybe in the future, if things ever got better with my public image, then I would change. I would do it. Here we are, nearly 10 years later. Has anything changed? No. In fact, if anything, there's even more insane fucking people out there who try to mess with me on a daily basis. The only reason they fail is because I ignore it all, right? Like, literally, there's people out there who just want ill of me and my family for no reason. What have I ever done, right? So, sadly, as much as I would love to do it, like, would I feel good if I held a stream and we got people on this stream donating to a good cause and we raised thousands of dollars for a good cause and we're able to donate it? That would make me feel great, right? But number one, it's not charity. That would be a philanthropy stream. It's not. It's actually not the meaning of charity. A lot of people don't understand what charity really means. Okay, but that's really what it would be, a philanthropy stream, which is fine. Again, there's nothing wrong with that, but you got to categorize it correctly, right? But I guarantee you that today, here's the thing, you can't just do an impromptu charity stream. You have to have it set up. You have to have people know that it's going to happen so that, okay, you know, I'm going to donate to this. I'm planning on doing it or whatever, right? As opposed to, oh, spur of the moment, someone's doing charity. Well, maybe I could drop like $1. I mean, you know, if you plan things like that ahead of time, basically you'll be able to do things a lot better, right? But immediately, the moment that I announced I would be doing anything, charity or whatever, these idiots, obsessed weirdos on the internet would try to ruin it. They would try to contact the charity and say awful things about me. They would probably try to fuck with payment processing. They do everything they possibly can, right? Or come in with 1 million, you know, donations and then fucking charge them back later and shit like that, right? So there's literally no point to me trying to do it at this point. Again, I'll just say the same thing that I said 10 years ago. If things were ever going to change, if there was going to be a public perception about me that was going to shift so that people would not be absolutely insanely obsessed with hurting me and my family members, then I would say I would consider doing a charity event. I would love to do one. There's no reason that I shouldn't be able to do one. But then again, there's no reason that I shouldn't be able to do a lot of things that I can't do because of these weirdo people who just are messed up in the head. No, I would not do a podcast with me and Wings. I'm not doing any content with that guy. I can't do any content with people who are associated with toxic people on the internet. And as you know, sadly, there's these groups of people who they just attach themselves to really toxic, fucking negative, awful people. I'm not going to associate with those people. Okay? I can't. For me, for my brand, for you, your well-being, I can't be associating with those people who are going to be involved in that awful stuff. So there was a time when I would consider it, but now things have definitely changed. And
no, I'm not ever going to do stuff with Wings.
Because of that situation. It's his own fault. He decided to go that route. That's his prerogative to do so. But he has to understand that that's just going to close doors, because there's going to be people who are rational and intelligent who don't want to deal with that level of negativity and drama and stupidity. And I'm not going to be associated with that at all. So